Everything we know as stable is, in reality, a delicate balance over the abyss. For 4 billion years, she has been there, a silent sentinel, a silver anchor hanging in the vacuum, dictating the rhythm of our heartbeats and the movements of our seas. To our ancestors, she was a goddess. To our scientists, a stabilizer. But the moon is more than a satellite. She is the reason Earth is not a dead, tumbling rock lost in the dark. But physics is indifferent to life. In the vast theater of the cosmos, even the most ancient sentinels can fall. Today, we witness the impossible. We will explore the first 24 hours of the rest of our history. The day the moon dies. The catastrophe does not begin with a silent shift, but with a flash of light that outshines the sun. A rogue asteroid, a mountain of iron and silicate, traveling at 30 kilometers per second, slams directly into the lunar nearside. The impact is not a mere cratering event, it is a death blow. The kinetic energy released is equivalent to trillions of nuclear warheads detonating at once. In a heartbeat, the moon is no longer a solid world. Massive fissures erupt across the lunar surface as the shockwave tears the core asunder. Billions of tons of incandescent rock and lunar mantle are blasted into space, creating a cloud of white-hot ejecta. The silence of space is visually shattered as the very symbol of permanence is broken into 1,000 jagged mountains, all bound by the cruel hands of gravity. In the first 3 hours, the night sky transforms into a visual nightmare. The moon is no longer a perfect disk. It stretches and distorts, becoming a grotesque oval before fragmenting into 1 billion pieces. For those watching from the ground, the sight is one of terrifying beauty. What was once a satellite is now a glowing spiral of debris, reflecting sunlight with a blinding intensity. But as the eyes marvel, the world begins to break. Our global communication network is the first to fall. Thousands of satellites, caught in the crossfire of lunar fragments, are vaporized in a chain reaction known as the Kessler syndrome. The digital world goes dark. We are suddenly isolated, staring up at a sky that is literally falling. The moon exerts a constant gravitational pull on Earth's oceans, maintaining a stable tidal bulge. With the moon fragmented, this force is violently redistributed. In the first 6 hours, sea levels become a chaotic mess. On some coasts, the water recedes for miles, exposing shipwrecks and ancient seabeds in a haunting silence. But this is the breath before the scream. Soon after, massive walls of water, megatsunamis hundreds of meters high, surge toward every coastline on Earth. New York, Tokyo, London, and Rio de Janeiro face the weight of an ocean that has lost its master. The energy infrastructure, the pulse of our civilization, is obliterated in the blink of an eye. The roar of the water becomes the only sound on a drowning planet. By the 10th hour, a more subtle and deadly shift occurs. Earth is a spinning top in space, and the moon is the hand that keeps that top balanced. Without the moon's stable mass, Earth's axis begins to wobble erratically. This is the beginning of the end for our seasons. In a matter of hours, wind patterns that have existed for millennia shift. Hurricanes of unprecedented force begin to form, fueled by atmospheric destabilization. The planet's climate, which took eons to stabilize for human life, collapses in less than half a day. The very air we breathe starts to move with a violence we have never witnessed. By the 15th hour, the sky has changed again. The lunar debris that now circles our world forms a magnificent ring around Earth, similar to the rings of Saturn. But this ring is a weapon. It is a ring of death.
Billions of rock fragments collide with one another, losing orbital velocity and plunging toward our atmosphere. What was once a meteor shower becomes a global kinetic bombardment. The Earth's atmosphere heats up due to friction, turning the sky into a global kiln. The ozone layer is shredded, leaving the surface defenseless against the sun's lethal ultraviolet radiation. We are trapped between a drowning Earth and a burning sky. As we reach the 24th hour, the world we knew is a distant memory. The silence that follows the chaos is filled with the sound of a changed Earth. Nocturnal animals, which relied on moonlight to hunt and breed, are disoriented and on the brink of extinction. The biological cycles of nearly every species, including our own, have been ruptured. The night is now either absolute terrifying blackness or illuminated by the sinister flickering glow of the moon's remains burning up in the sky. The loss of the moon is not just a disaster, it is a sentence of instability. Without her, our days will shorten as the planet's rotation accelerates. Our axis will tilt so far that the poles may eventually face the sun, melting the ice caps and drowning what remains of the land. We are passengers on a world that has lost its brakes, its balance, and its protector. When we look at the sky tonight, we see a miracle we take for granted. Science teaches us that harmony is the exception, not the rule. The moon is moving away from us 4 centimeters every year. One day, billions of years from now, she would leave us anyway. But if that day were today, we would realize that we are just small observers of a clockwork universe that doesn't care if we survive. Gravity is eternal, balance is temporary, and time is merely the interval between 2 great catastrophes.